Not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isobo. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you. By the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All these we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. I had in Sosine Bigebi. He said,
welcome. Thank you so much for joining me on this program today. I appreciate every one of you that is watching anywhere you are watching from. I appreciate you and I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. Wherever you are connecting to this program from, if you are connecting from Biafra land, you are connecting from Asia, you are connecting from Europe, you are connecting from America, from Australia, from Canada, from Russia, from China, whichever part of the world you are joining this program from, I appreciate you and I welcome you with my whole heart. Thank you so much for joining. Please, as you join the program, I will urge you and beg you to kindly like and share the program. Like and share. Like the program and share the program on your platform. Share it to any platform that you belong, any place you can lay your hand upon. Share this program so that people can join us on this program. Help us to share. That is what you can help me to do. I welcome everyone that has come to join on this very program. I can see my beloved sister Linda TV show. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for sharing. And every other person that is commenting on that very comment section. And those who are not commenting, I appreciate every one of you and I welcome you. I thank you so much for being here with me. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect every one of you that is connected there. I appreciate you. I thank you. I thank you very much. And I appreciate you. I don't know how to thank you. I don't know how to thank you. Because if you are not there, I cannot be able to be here to broadcast. If you are not there connected, I can't be here talking. It is your presence there that is giving me the energy to fight on, the energy to continue to speak up, the energy to continue to speak and do that which is right. It is because you are here. That is why I am here also talking. Because if I don't have anybody listening, I cannot be talking. Because you are on that very place supporting me, that is why I have the courage to continue to speak and speak as much as I can. And I will continue to do so. I welcome you, my beloved sister Linda TV show. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining and connecting. Is this Sylvian? Thank you so much for joining, Sylvian. Victoria, thank you so much for joining, Victoria. Every other person that have connected, I appreciate you and I welcome you with my whole heart. Today we are going to speak on another topic as we have always done. And for the people who are coming here for the very first time, I want you to understand that this platform is an autopiloted platform under the Biafra Republic government in exile. And the guidance of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that is where I stand. Speaking the truth always. We do not come here to send blackmail or propaganda. We do not come here to preach against people or attack people. We don't come here to attack people. We don't come here to instigate anyone to do something that is wrong. What we come here is to encourage Biafrans. What we come here to do is to make sure we debunk every lie that the enemy is telling against us. What we come here to do is to make sure that we get the right information and debunk all the lies against us. That is what we do here on a daily basis. And we will continue to do so until Biafra come. And even when Biafra have come, we will still continue to sensitize the people and let the people know the right way to go. That is what we are doing here and we will continue to do. And today, we want to talk about what is happening in the contraption called Nigeria. That's what we want to discuss about. When you look at my topic, I chose to use the word gathering of the vultures. Why Biafra must exit the zoo. Gathering of the vultures. Why Biafra must exit the zoo. A lot of things are playing out in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. A lot of things are playing out in that contraption. And if you are genuinely a Biafran, this is the time you must have to sit up and begin to do the right thing. A lot of things happening. Every day you wake up, you go to the media, you will see things happening. Please, as you are joining, kindly share this program in any platform that you belong. Share this program to family and friends. Anybody that is connected to you, including our enemies, share to them. Including those who don't agree with us, share to them so that they can be able to hear us and hear us clear. One of the reasons why we must get out of the zoo, you can see it happening and playing out on a daily basis. Now that you can see the gathering of the vultures, they are gathering. They are gathering. Every single day you open your eyes, you wake up and you thank Chukwu, then you decide to go to the media, either the conventional media or the social media. You will see reasons why we must exit the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. The only solution to what we are facing now, the only solution, no matter how you pretend, no matter how you continue to pretend, let me tell you, the only solution to our freedom, the only solution is the disintegration of the zoo so that we can be able to walk out of it. It doesn't matter how you pretend. There will never be anything called good economy. There will never be anything called security. There will never be anything called development. It will not come. As long as we remain in the contraption called Nigeria, you will never experience anything of such. Our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekano, have talked about this very topic. He have shouted and shouted about it for more than a decade. But some of us are not paying attention at all. As I always say, most of us will come online to admire Mazen Nandekano, either his appearance or the way he speaks or because of where he comes from. But when you come to the real message that Mazen Nandekano is delivering, so many of us are not getting the message. And today, you can see every single thing that Mazen Nandekano warns us about. They are playing out. They are playing out. Today, you see the gathering of the vultures. You see the gathering of the vultures. You see how they are gathering. You see how they are gathering. In Asorok itself, that is where they are gathering. As if that is not enough. Let us start from what is happening in Lagos State today. You see what is happening in Lagos State. The attack against Biafran businesses, Biafran homes. You see, it is so painful. It is so painful that some people who are Biafrans themselves have sold their soul to the devil. Before I came online, I just came across one clown who was talking on her platform. A clown was talking on her platform. I don't know. I have said it time and time again that you must not be negative for people to follow you. You must not get into the opposite side for you to draw attention. Having traffic online, being recognized, being popular has become the pursuit of everybody online. And people are very desperate, more than desperate to pursue, to the extent of at the detriment of their own risk, the risk of their life, the risk of their future, even the risk of their own independence. I saw a lady who was speaking on the demolition of houses that is happening in shops that is happening in Anava International. And in that video, that lady was saying that we should not attribute everything to Nigerian government. We should not try to paint everything as if we have a quarrel with our brothers in the Southwest, as if we have a problem. We should not try to translate things wrongly. And her argument was that those structures that were being pulled down are illegal, that they were won, and all manner of things that she was saying. And I began to think, and this supposed lady who was making this outrageous statement is a Biafran. If you have been following our program, if you have been following the program of the auto-piloted IPOB under Biafra Republic Government in Exile, we have never, ever accused Yorubas as a race. We don't accuse Yorubas as a race. I personally, in my platform, I never accuse Yorubas as a race. In fact, I have made more broadcasts on them, including when Sunday Igboho was held. We have held a joint broadcast with them. We reached agreement with them, and we have always said it. In my profile, I've always said it, that whatever you are seeing today is not a display of the attitude of the Yorubas. What you are seeing today is the display of the mindset and plans of the caliphate, which we saw on audio that was played out. And the person they are using to play this very game they are playing today is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Whatever attack that the Biafrans are facing, whatever thing we are facing in Southwest today, it is not about the Yorubas. This is about the Tinubu who is igniting and fueling. I am not saying there are some people who are not mentally sound. As there are some people, some Biafrans that are not mentally sound, as there are some Biafrans that are mad who will not support anything that will favor them, there are also some Yorubas who are very extreme in their attitude. But for what is playing out today to be effective and to be pronounced, it is Bola Ahmed Tinubu who is today the architect and the attacker of the promotion of the agenda of the caliphate. Every single thing that Muhammad Buhari had put in place, Tinubu said is going to carry it forward and complete it. This lady was saying that the place was illegal building, was warning and saying, oh, that the illegal building, why must we build a house? Why do we have to? Let me tell you, there is always an undertone to everything the government of Nigeria does, more especially when it has to do with the Biafrans. You can continue to deny it for all I care. In everything that the government of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria is doing, there is always an undertone against the Biafrans. I am not telling you that there are no illegal constructions. There are illegal constructions everywhere. Even in our Biafra, there are illegal constructions, but there are procedures to implement this. And why is it that every time there is this illegal construction destruction, it's always happening in the area where the Biafrans are dominant? Here we are talking of a market. When they showed the picture of that market, you saw in the video that we saw that there are some, the reason they gave was that some of the building there was substandard and some have gotten so old that they want to fall off. But when we saw on the video, the buildings they were destroying were new and strong buildings that were standing firm. They were destroyed and pulled down. They gave another excuse that we're trying to build whatever they want to build, a canal. There was a canal there. And somebody was on video showing us the distance between the canal and where this destruction is taking place. So when you come online to speak, if you don't have something to say, you better keep your mouth shut. Every one of us know that whatever destruction and demolition that's happening on Lagos State today is targeted at the Biafran people. And this has intensified since after the election. And these people are not just doing it, they have spoken about it. The audio leaked, and they said it, speak about it in their houses. The attack against Biafran people is not hidden. And all of a sudden, you woke up and you continue to see destruction of properties, destruction of life, and attack from right, left, and center, and still, you don't see anything wrong in it. Instead of you speaking against the intimidation of your people, what you are always concentrating on is attacking your own people. I don't know where we got this kind of set of people. This lady was the person who made a speech and she was crying that people was attacking her, that her life was a threat. Now it has come to the demolition of her. Instead of her making a case for her people, every time she has always been on the other side of attacking her own people. She will only, I've seen some people who have this kind of mindset, and I don't know where they get it from. I have met people some people, when you are discussing an issue with them, when there is issue on the table, they wouldn't look at the fact of the issue. They wouldn't look at the reason why things that are happening because in everything that happens, there's a reason. For every action, there's a reaction. You wouldn't think deep and know why what is happening is happening. You don't go to that extent. But what you'll be busy at is looking at the counter. Even when somebody is making a reasonable and responsible point, you'll be busy focusing your attention on how to counter the person. Either because of your personal hatred, either because you don't want to feel inferior. You feel that maybe if you accept what the person is saying, the person now becomes superior to you. And because of that, you begin to go against everything that the person said. Some people do it just to see them speak. Some people do it just to make themselves noticed. That is not a life. That is nothing like somebody living a sincere and credible life. If you don't have a word to utter in a statement, keep silent. It is not compulsory that every one of us must say something. For everything that is happening in Nigeria today, more especially in Lagos State, the destruction of lives and property is targeted at the Biafran people. They are not hiding it. You don't need a scientist to come and make investigations. You don't need any investigative journalist to come and investigate and tell you the cause of what is happening in Lagos today. It is open and pronounced. It is open and pronounced. And when you look at the silence that is coming from Asarok in all aspects of things that are happening against the Biafran people, you have to read meaning into it. But it's so sad that the same people who are being intimidated, the same people for whom we are fighting today to free, some of them are still busy dipping themselves into captivity, into slavery. These are people that claim to be educated. These are people who claim to be wise. These are people who claim to know all. And in the argument of that girl, she was saying that some houses there are substandard, they are not built, they are old. I have lived in Lagos State. The only people you can see that keep all those kind of dilapidated houses without maintenance are mostly our brothers in the Yoruba land. Every property that is owned by a Biafran is maintained and kept standard. More especially in Alaba International. There was a time Alaba International was roofing. People were not decking their house. But Alaba International was started using decking. Decking became a compulsory thing. And all the buildings that were decked and properly built. The target, it is not the canal. Neither is it the so-called substandard building they're talking about. The target is to make sure they control that very environment and take over things they want, just as they have boasted before. You hear when the Oba of Lagos told you they're going to throw you to the lagoon. When that statement was made by Oba of Lagos, nobody reprimanded him. He never apologized up to today. And some idiots that are talking about this issue that's happening today didn't talk to him. You saw Oluomo, MC Oluomo came to threaten the Igbos. He didn't only make a threat, he carried his threat out. You see in their House of Assembly today, they are discussing on how to take away property rights from people. The target is the Biafran people. There is no two ways about it. The target is Biafran people. More especially the Igbo Biafrans. That is the target. And when we say it, some people call it, they begin to give it different kinds of name. Some people say we are blowing something out of proportion. It is not blowing something out of proportion. It is being factual. Those of us who are agitators, Biafra agitators, we don't try to be politically correct in our statements. We don't paint words. We say it exactly the way it is. If it is white, it is white. If it is black, it is black. We don't come and tell you that, oh, it looks like white. Or maybe if you turn it so, if it is white, if it is black, that is how the Biafran agitators, that is how we speak. That is the difference between us and those who call themselves human rights activists and what. They continue to paint word and continue to be politically correct and be lying. Be lying. This is why every one of us should wake up. We must walk out of the Zoological Republic now, not tomorrow. The target, every policy you are going to see in this government of Tinubu, everything you're going to see will be, every policy will be against, targeted at the Biafran people. It will. The hatred he has of Biafran people is pronounced. It's not hidden. Ranging from when he started campaign, he overlooked the Southeast completely. He overlooked the Southeast, knowing the kind of people we are, that we don't take people because of what they say. We don't vote for you because you think you are Jagaban. We don't vote for you because you are feeding us, we are living in you. We vote for you because you are qualified. That is one thing I love with the Biafran people. They give you your support. If you are qualified, they are going to support you. But if you're not qualified, you won't get the support. Our Supreme Damazin Nandekano made it clear that for you to convince a Biafran, you must have to get extra mile. That is why today, when you see those of us who have joined the Biafra struggle, people who have genuinely joined Biafra struggle, we are unbreakable and unbribable. It doesn't matter what you do, what you say. We continue to stand on our word, the truth and nothing but the truth, consistently. Consistency personified. That is where we stand. So today, Any Biafra, wherever you are, open your eyes. The vultures are gathering. The gathering of the vultures have started, and we must walk away from the zoo now. In case you don't see the gathering of vultures, when you see the kind of people that are being invited in Asarok today, have you ever asked your question, why is it that these are the kind of people that are being given invitation to Asarok? When you check the kind of people that the man who is in charge in Asarok today is bringing close to himself, you can be able to read meaning and know what is coming. You should know what is coming. You should know what is coming. And if you say you don't know what is coming, I am now telling you that the vultures are gathering. Prepare for the exit. That is the only solution. The arch enemy of Biafran people. That has been the first set of people that have welcomed to Asarok, given open speech. People that will be used to fight against you, to fight against me. They are the people that have been celebrated today in Asarok. So many of you must have seen people who are there. So many of you must have seen what is going on. So many of you must have seen people who have received the invitation. If you have not seen anybody, you have seen the man in the creek. The man in the creek today has become Asarok celebrity. And he has the boldness to begin to call out our Supreme Damazin Nandekano. Call him different kinds of names. This was the same man who came and told you that he's the president of de facto government in de facto government of Biafra in homeland. The same man who has preached Biafra at a point in time. Now you can read the handwriting on the wall. Today, they have brought him to fight against you. And remember, he is gathering his missionaries. Remember, he has his own missionaries, which is being sponsored by the federal government. They use all manner of ammunition and they display it in public. This same man is the one calling Mazen Nandekano name, calling him a criminal. This same person at a point in time has called for secession. Pretending calling for secession. But every one of us have now seen it clear that there was never a time this man mean well for his own people. Not even for Biafran people, we give no damn about him. Biafra generally. The Biafran people knew from the onset because we have seen his type several times. So we are not moved. We have seen his type. So that is why our Supreme Nandekano doesn't pay attention to him. He doesn't respond to him. And in the same vein now, our Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile doesn't pay attention to him. Doesn't know even if he exists or not. Because we have seen his type for a very long time. So this message is also to people in River area. They know him. I just saw a video before I came online also. One of the legal practitioners in the River area, one of the lawyers, was just talking to him and told him that he should be very careful. Was just advising him that he should have overgrown the issue of guiding pipeline by now. The man was saying that the only motives he had to go to Asarok was to win a contract of guiding pipeline. That he should be ashamed of himself that somebody will come to his homeland, own oil well, get a better contract. Meanwhile, they will use you to guide that very pipeline that pollutes your area without any single development or investment in your own hometown. And yet, you don't see anything wrong in it. Somebody from that area was just telling him that he knows that he's going to Asarok is not for good. It's for his selfish interest. That he has never been a good agitator. He has always been about himself and himself and himself. Whenever he makes noise, it's to draw attention. You know, when people say certain things, do you remember when he announced himself as the president of the de facto government in Biafra land? Every one of you remember. What did Lion Mohammed tell him? Lion Mohammed told him that they know he's seeking for attention, that he's irrelevant. Lion Mohammed came on national TV and said that he is irrelevant. His case is not supposed to be discussed because he's not seeking for attention. And that is exactly the kind of person he is. We know that. And that is why we don't spend much of our time talking about him. But now, why I'm bringing his matter is because I want you to see what is coming. Those of you one Nigerians, those of you who are thinking that somehow the man in also the drug baron you made the president is going to change things. I want you to see from that perspective as he's surrounding himself with the vultures. The kind of people he's surrounding himself with. There's one other clown that was deported from Turkey also. Do you know that that idiot also was in Asara with the war? He was also in Asara. You saw them on video. A clown that was deported from Turkey because of he was considered nuisance in Turkey, fighting in the street all the time. So today, that person is the one they celebrate in Asara. The people who are the real description of miscreant, the whole vultures are gathering, all in the name of fighting Biafra. I have told you, Tinubu hates the Biafran people exactly the way Buhari hates Biafran people. And when he says he was going to continue with the legacy of Buhari, it wasn't a joke. He's going to continue with it. That is why every Biafran has to prepare. Prepare yourself for what is coming. It's not a child's play. It's not a child's play. But I bet you that every single one of them who is standing against the Biafra, they have made their match. Our Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Israel is a no-nonsense man. What he says, he does. What he says he's going to carry out, he'll carry out. And don't think we are relaxing. We are not relaxing. For every step they make, we are 1,000 miles ahead of them. And we are going to meet them head on. Just watch and see what is going to happen to those vultures that are gathering in Asara. Just watch and see. Every Biafra must tie your belt very, very tight because we are about to take a flight. If you are a Biafran, tie your belt very, very tight. We are about to take a flight. You saw what is happening in Uzombe. Every one of you saw what is happening in Uzombe. That they have intensified attack on our people. You saw children, mothers, elderly people taking their lives. You saw many elderly people, many children who were shot in Uzombe. Uzombe has been bleeding. Lives and properties destroyed. In a country that is supposed to have a law. In a region where they have people who represent them in the House of Assembly and House of Senate. And yet, they are using jets to bomb ordinary citizens. And nobody sees anything wrong in that. None of them is seeing anything wrong in it. Our Prime Minister have said it. And this time, we have written petition enough. We have cried enough. We have complained enough. We are going to meet them. They should wait for us. The defense of Biafra land is a task. A task for every Biafran, for you and I. And this is the major task of Biafran Republic Government in exile. To defend Biafran people. And we are going to defend every single human being living in Uzombe. That thing they are targeting in Uzombe, they will never ever get it. They will never. Just watch out and pay attention and see what is going to happen. Every single one of them that have come to Uzombe to take life, we will chase away, and the land of Uzombe will swallow them. The land of Uzombe will swallow them. Governor Hope Uzodinma have already crossed boundary for a very long time. He has crossed the boundary. We are just taking our time to make sure that the collateral damage is not much. But I tell you, going forward, we will not allow them to continue to take the life of innocent people. It is going to happen. We are going to defend our land. And self-defense is the right of every human being. Animals defend themselves, let alone human. We are going to defend our own. That we are going to do. Every idiot that is being sent to Biafra land to destroy the life of Biafran, everyone that has been sent to attack Biafrans, everyone that has been sent against the innocent people, will never return home alive. They will not. It doesn't matter whom they are. It doesn't matter how prepared they are. They will never ever return home alive. Please share this broadcast as you're watching. Share and like as you're watching. Share and like. That is your own rule you have to play. so that we can get everybody at alert. Wherever you are as a Biafran, stand firm and stand alert. This is not the time to sleep. This is not the time to complain or cry. It's not even the time of protest. Our Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government have said it, and he made it clear the direction that we're going to go. Everybody must pay attention. Be watchful. A lot is going to happen going forward. When we see the gathering of the vultures, we know what is coming. And if you are in that contraption and you are somehow trying to imagine and you think that something is going to get better, I am sorry, it is not going to get better. It is not going to get better. I just saw their news that this same drug baron have invited another criminal like himself in Asoro. This same man has invited another criminal like himself in Asoro. And who is that? I woke up, I went to the media, and I saw Bola Ahmed Tinubu inviting Dangote and Bigate in Asoro, that they were having a secret meeting. Dangote, your criminal drug baron, and Bigate, three criminals, we are having a meeting in Asoro, secret meeting in Asoro. And what do you think will come out of it? These are people who have taken wrong decision that has brought death, destruction, and poverty in the life of people. What do you think they can offer you? What else do you think they can offer you? The situation of the world today, the destruction of the economy of the world today, Bigate played a major role in it. Bigate played even in the US today. In the US today, they are fighting to see how they can tame his influence. People are seeing how they can be able to tame his influence because his influence have caused more damage than harm. It has caused more damage than repair. More harm than good. And yet, this is the man you are inviting as well. A businessman who doesn't go anywhere where he's not going to profit. Who will do everything to make sure lives have been destroyed, all in the instead of remaining on the top. The same thing with Dangote. What is Dangote going to offer you? I have said it before. The reason why you see the hype in petroleum price is because of Dangote. Whatever business Dangote ventures into, it goes high. Any business Dangote ventures into in Nigeria, any commodity he lays his hand upon, goes high. Look at cement. Look at cement. Even in outside Nigeria, Dangote sells cement cheaper. But when it comes to Nigeria, he will sell it higher. Sell it higher. Compare the price he sells outside Nigeria. Every other commodity that is placed under Dangote, immediately he takes over. Monopoly. He regulates the price. He fixed the price and made it what it be. He doesn't want competition. And this is why you are seeing the hike in fuel price. It is not about the subsidy. Every one of us have already known that there has never been anything like subsidy. It was just stealing of money, which Dangote himself was still part of. He's claiming to be a businessman. Claiming to be a businessman. But whatever he's doing and his trade he's making is with your money. With the money of the ordinary people. Money that was meant to better the life of ordinary people. That is what he's using to boost his own business. In this very refinery that he built, the contraption called Nigeria has millions and millions of dollars invested. And meanwhile, it is his business. Sometimes they will tell you they borrowed him money. The richest man in Africa. And from the poorest region in the world. The richest man in Africa from the poverty headquarters of the world. That should tell you something. That man doesn't mean well for you and I. And look at Bigate. Go and look. So many African countries are even banning Bigate from entering their country. Some African countries are banning him because of the evil he has perpetrated all in the name of vaccine. Today, he is the man that you bring to Asoro to celebrate. So, this is a sign to show you that he's trying to show you that it is the rich that is going to run their affairs in that Socio-political republic. The government of the rich and for the rich and always for the rich. That is what he wants to run. The government of the cabals, government of the criminals. And he's gathering them. And some of you are already celebrating. Some of you are ignorantly celebrating that very gathering, and you think anything good will come out of it. You won't see nothing. And I'm going to host a program I'm going to host this very evening on Facebook. On that place, I am going to play the interview that was granted to Bigate. A journalist, a straightforward journalist, not like the journalists you have in the Zoleka Republic. It's not like all these criminal journalists that was asking Bigate critical questions. Critical question. What contribution have you made to the world since all this while you make noise of having millions? Which investment have you done by your own? In Microsoft, you're talking about, he stole it. When you talk about vaccine, it took lives. It was false information. Nothing was right about it. And today, it is that same man you're bringing to take a decision for you in your own country. Wait for it. For us Biafrans, we will not be there when it will be happening. Before they destroy themselves, we are gone. Before they get, we are gone. Before they get there, we are gone. And it doesn't matter how they do it or what they do. Biafra must vacate. We must leave the zoo. We must. It is a done deal. It is a done deal. The only thing I urge my Biafran people is to keep their eyes open. Your eye on the ball. Always keep your eye on the ball. It doesn't matter what you hear. It doesn't matter the propaganda, the blackmail that will be coming from right, left, and center. No matter what they tell you, keep your eye on the ball. We are going to win. And we will go home. We are going to win. I thank Chukwu Okike Abiama for the level we have gone and for the kind of person Chukwu Okike gave us as a prime minister. If you like yourself, all you got to do is to support the prime minister of the Biafra Republic of Nigeria. More especially when you are from the old southeastern region, you have no other alternative. There is no other alternative left. If you are from the old southeastern region, the only alternative left for you and I today, the only thing left for you and I is to comply and join the Biafra Republic government in exile. Make your contribution in that government. Biafra is no longer speaking as an organization. Get that in your head. That days have passed. The day of evangelism, the day of awareness, we have crossed that very day. And this stage, we are at the stage of engagement. We are at the stage of engagement. We engage politically. We engage on the ground. We engage people that need to be engaged. And our Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Nigeria, is doing a great job on that aspect. Very, very wonderful work. If you cannot see it, you will hear it. If you don't hear it, you will see it. He doesn't just walk on the ground. He comes to the open and tell us how far he has gone. He play the show. At this stage, the most important thing for us is that every Biafra must stay at alert. Don't allow yourself to be deceived. Don't allow anybody to play you. Don't allow anybody to gamble you. Don't allow anybody to kick you around. You must stand your ground at all times and make a speech. Take a stance. Be consistent in your demand. It is only freedom, total and absolute freedom, that can give you a security as a Biafran, that can win you respect as a Biafran, that can give you a better economy as a Biafran. And by the way, I thank Biafran people in Biafra land who has continued to sit at home against all odds. With all the blackmail and propaganda that is coming from right, left, and center, my Biafran people have remained solid in their demand. And no man born of a woman can stop us from demanding that which is ours. They will not succeed. Let them continue their propaganda. Let them continue their lies. Let them continue their deceit. We are focused on what we are pursuing. What we are demanding for is a referendum for the independent state of Biafra. We are not asking for any presidency of any sort. Those who are hoping on that should continue deceiving themselves. We are focused. Focus on the real thing. And if you're a Biafran, you're not focused, you are still bent on blackmail, propaganda, and obstruction and distraction, Chukwu Okike Abiama will take you away. Chukwu Okike Abiama will take you away. It is so sad that people who are supposed to protect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are the people fighting him. The people who are supposed to protect the legacy of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and make sure that that legacy is intact, they are the people that are attacking him today. People who have worked with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who he trusted, gave his trust, they are the people betraying him. The same thing with our Prime Minister. The people today fighting Mazi Simon Ekpa are the same people who are supposed to protect him. But I thank Chukwu Okike that all power is in his hand. The power is not in the hand of all the idiots. Chukwu Okike has all the powers. Recently, you saw what the Karo White lawyer tweeted. Karo White lawyer has continued to force himself to be relevant. This is a man that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have sacked. The brother of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made a tweet and said, this man is no longer part of the media. And he's still adamant. He's forcing himself. This is a man who never visited Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He has not visited Mazen Nnamdi Kanu for months now. And after Aloy Ejimako, who is the legal counsel, the special counsel of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the only man that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu communicates to today, the only man that goes to visit Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and gets information directly from him and say, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told me to tell you. This is the only place you can. Recently, this is where you can find it. For the past 2 months, it is only in the tweet of Aloy Ejimako that we say that in the order of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, I am saying this. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said, I should tell you. They attack him, they blackmail him, they try to go against his word. He went, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told him to get a doctor. He got a doctor of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu with the brother of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and they brought that doctor. The same people who claimed to be fighting for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu stopped that doctor simply because they felt they were not, they felt they want to make themselves relevant. They were attacking the head of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, thinking they were fighting Ejiofor or fighting. Don't know they are fighting Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And all this while they have been pretending to know everything. Recently, the Karawat went and tweeted. He said that San or Zakome has made the arrangement for two doctors to come and treat, for another 2 doctors to come and treat Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. A blatant lie. Our barrister and special counsel of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have made it clear. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have assured us that the same doctors that he's prescribed for himself, the same doctors are coming back to check him, to grant his checkup in the DSS. There is no way surgery can be done in the DSS. We know that, or we know that those who are pushing that narrative are just deceiving themselves. These are people who are, they just want to create a topic because they lack sense, they lack words in their mouth. Every sensible person knows that such surgery cannot be conducted in DSS. But for the fact that they have continued to push this falsehood and deceive those who are feeble-minded, the lawyer made it clear. True Mazen Nnamdi made it clear, through the lawyer, that the same doctors are coming back to treat him. But he assured us that the operation will not be done, surgery will not be done in the DSS. If it will be done, it will have to be outside. This is the exact message from Mazen Nnamdi. The same doctors are now coming back. But instead of this man to also transmit message according to how Mazen Nnamdi said it, he began to create his own. That Michael Zekome has arranged 2 other doctors to go and see Mazen Nnamdi. A blatant lie. Michael Zekome, my foot. Michael Zekome, where did that happen? On which planet? On which planet? Why are you forcing yourself to be really? You are gone and gone for good. The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, warned you. You didn't listen. He warned you. He warned you several times to retrace your step. Because of you, Mazi Simon Ekpa himself took a bullet for you, so that you can be able to retrace and get back your senses. You never changed. You continue to dip yourself in the ocean until finally today you have sunk and you are irredeemable. Even at a stage, he warned you and say, still take the little pieces of you that remain. If you still have some little respect, take it and walk away. Better for you. You refuse. You continue to push your blackmail, continue to push your propaganda, continue to force yourself into a place you know you have nothing to offer. And finally, you were exposed to the core. After the promise have advised you to walk away, you refuse. And today, you have been sacked. You saw it clear, and you are still rejecting the sack. You are still bent on pushing the same thing that made you to be sacked. That is still what you are doing. Pushing wrong information, saying what Mazi Nanikan did not say. You no longer have shame. It's a pity. But what can you do when you are dealing with a shameless person? You can't shame the shameless. You cannot. All we have to do today is to talk and speak to Biafran people, to focus and know who they listen to. Every Biafran must know, you must be careful who you listen to. It is not everybody, it's not everybody that calls Mazi Nandekano that you go to his platform and listen. That somebody is calling, oh, Mazi Nandekano my leader, Mazi Nandekano my friend, Mazi Nandekano my brother. That doesn't make that person a follower of Mazi Nandekano at all. That you play the prayer of Mazi Nandekano in the beginning of your program, just as I play it here. That you just play the prayer of Mazi Nandekano, that does not make you relevant anyway. That does not mean that you follow Mazi Nandekano. There are footprints how we know Mazi Nandekano followers. Mazi Nandekano, there are things Mazi Nandekano can never ever permit around himself. There are things Mazi Nandekano can never ever allow. And if you are a serious and genuine follower of Mazi Nandekano, you must not indulge in those. Number one, Mazi Nandekano stands on the truth, nothing but the truth. Number two, Mazi Nandekano is consistency personified. He has said it time and time again. Consistency is the key. He has never changed, moved to the right or left. He's standing on the middle. I want Biafra. It is either Biafra or that. He doesn't miss word in it. Mazi Nandekano has nothing to do with these politicians. When you are talking about politics, political solution, Mazi Nandekano have exhausted everything that has to do with that. And before his kidnapping, he made it clear to us that going forward, we have nothing to do with any politician or politics. With all their suggestions, all their promises, nobody should pay attention to them because they are all liars. It is not just because Mazi Nandekano said it. We can see it. We have seen it. That these are a bunch of clowns that cannot keep their promise. They can never, ever keep the promise. They will always violate their promise. They always stumble upon you. They will always lie. And the reason why you see our condition is getting worse in Biafra land is because of our politicians who have sold us to the enemy. The politicians in Biafra land has collectively sold our mandate to the enemy. With all the rate of destruction that is happening, how many politicians has come out to make case for their children, for their brothers? How many? Look at destruction of property going on in Lagos State. And what do you hear? Do you hear them talk about it? Nobody cares. But I bet you if this was from the north, even the governors in the south will go there and give them parent compensation. They will go and beg on their behalf. But when it has to do with the Biafra, mainly the Igbo Biafra, oh, the Chukwu Okabe will have mercy. It is clear that we are not part of this arrangement. Stop forcing yourself into it. If you're a Biafran, get that into your head. Begin to open your head and tell yourself, I am not part of it. Just tell yourself, I am not part of this zoo. I am not. Continue to speak that to yourself. In case you will forget, continue to repeat it again and again, so that you don't forget. Because when I see Biafrans that have forgotten who they are, I pity them. I cry. I shed tears for them. Those of them who channel their energy on fighting their own brother. You go to their platform. The only project they have is to fight against Simon Ever. Even when they will know that Simon is innocent, he has not committed any crime anywhere. He has not done anything wrong to anybody. But they continue to call him out. They continue to abuse him, insult him. They continue to say all manner of words against him. But I thank Chukwu Okabe, who has chosen Mazi Simon Ekpa. Just like he chose Mazi Nandekano. These are tough men who are very consistent in their word. Unbribable. I say unbribable. And the enemy doesn't want to take a rest. That is why the enemy today is unleashing all manner of weapons that they have. That is why the enemy will go to the extent of inviting rogues, criminals, miscreants to Asoro and claim that he's inviting people that has nothing to offer. Even upstairs, they have nothing upstairs except being a tout. You want to rule with your militia. Well, I'm not surprised that he's inviting tout. After all, that was how he ran Lagos. The Lagos they're talking about, the way he ran Lagos, it was with Agbero. He ruled Lagos with Agbero. And today, he wants to rule Nigeria with Agbero. You have to prepare. You have to prepare for what is coming. As for us, Biafrans, we will not be there when it will happen. We are walking away. Nobody can stop it. Every Biafran that is watching me, everywhere you're watching from, prepare yourself for what is coming. The vultures have gathered. We cannot afford to lose our nation. We cannot afford to lose our life. We cannot gamble with our life. The vultures are gathering. Seriously, the vultures are gathering. If you don't see them, you will never see. You will never. That means you are blind. If you're not seeing them, it means you are blind. Just turn your eyes towards that rock. You will see them. And every single one you see there, what they are coming for is extortion. Bigate is coming for extortion. Dangote is coming for extortion. What do you call him? The man in the creek is coming for extortion. Every other one you see there, they are all coming to extort from the people. And that is what is going to make your situation worse if you don't walk away. If you don't walk away, it will make your situation worse than ever. But I thank you, that we have a template, we have a formidable force that can take us away from this calamity. We cannot continue to fold our hands and continue to watch what is happening happen. The time has come that we will take a leave. The time has come that we will take a bold step, no matter what it will cost. Damn the consequence and take a bold step and walk away. That is the project we have in hand, and we must walk away into our freedom. It is our right to be free. Right from creation, we are freeborn. We are not slaves. We are freeborn. The Biafran people are freeborn, and we will remain the freeborn. No matter what you do, what you say, no matter the angle you come from, you can never ever overtake us. You're wasting your time. Yes, you are. You're wasting your guaranteed time. The earlier you realize that these children of Chukwuokukabia cannot be bamboozled, these children of Chukwuokukabia cannot be caged. There's no way. You can't cage us. We are all on divine mission, and that divine mission we must accomplish. We must accomplish that divine mission. No matter what the devil does, no matter what the enemies does, we are going to accomplish that mission. May Chukwuokukabia guide and protect everyone that has paid attention to this video. Please, if you have not shared this video, I beg you in the name of Chukwuokukabia, kindly like and share. Click like and share. Click like and share. If you're not following me on my page, try to join me on my page, King David Exploit Expose. I am going to do a program here today where I'm going to make some expositions with video about this gathering of the vultures, about the people that this clown is in Asoro is gathering together. The situation of the Zoological Republic is going to get worse. It is descending to irredeemable level. But I thank Chukwuokukabia that we are always ahead of time. The Biafran people are ahead of time. We cannot be taken by sudden, except we decide to be careless. Even what is happening today, if not for the fact that all of us were careless, we would have not been where we are today. We would have been out even before this time. But no matter what happens, we are going to defend our land by all means possible. The land of Biafra will be defended by every means possible. No inch of Biafra land will be taken away by any Janjaweed or anybody anywhere. Because we own our land. Chukwuokukabia gave us that land. We will protect it and defend it. We will protect our land. If you are not in Biafra land, you are doing business elsewhere. Prepare. Prepare for the rainy day. Don't wait until it begins to rain. You must prepare. Just make sure every of your head office is in Biafra land. Do that. Put your headquarters in Biafra land. and your parking stores in Biafra land. If you must be everywhere outside, just keep a sample over there. When your customer come, there are way bills. You can make a way bill for him from any part of the country, even any part of the world, as long as the person can be able to meet up with the service. We must not continue to beg. We are not beggars. That was one thing that disgusts me with the senior advocate of Nigeria, Michael Zekome. Each time I see him kneeling down and beg Buhari, I feel ashamed of myself. Each time I see him kneeling down, begging Muhammad Buhari, I feel ashamed of myself. I'll be wondering, what kind of senior advocate is this? That is how lawless Nigeria is. A lawless country where a lawyer has won his case and yet he is on his knees begging for his client to be released. That is how bad it is. And how long can you begin to continue to be in this impunity? How long? How long will you continue to tolerate this evil? Enough is enough. We are going home and we must go home. I appreciate every one of you that have joined me on this program from the beginning to the end. I say, may Chukwu Okike guide and protect you. Every Biafran, every genuine person seeking for freedom, every member of Umada, every member of the media, the Biafra Republic Government in Exile media, every member of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile cabinet, every member of Umada, may Chukwu Okike guide and protect every one of you, secure you, give you divine security. No evil shall befall you. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect the ESN, the BNL, and the Nigerian Liberation Army. May Chukwu Okike be with them, guide them and protect them. No evil shall befall them. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafrans shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister Mazin Samadeko shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Supreme Damazin Nandekano shall prosper. We shall overcome. No matter what they do, we must overcome. No matter where they go, no matter what they do, we must overcome because we know whom we are. And for the fact that we know who we are, we can never settle down for less. Have that at the back of your mind. The Biafran people, we never settle down for less. We know whom we are. We are not asking for your own. We are not asking for your land, for anything from you. What we are saying is that allow us to own what we have. Is it too much to ask? If I'm sick, I come to the hospital. Of course, I leave myself. You can do what you want. Not when I'm healthy in my own territory. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect everybody. I have to stop here and I will meet you again tomorrow, same time. I'll try to be on time tomorrow. Same time I'm going to be online to continue on this very exposition and revelations and also encouragement to Biafran people. Wherever you are watching as a Biafra, I encourage you to pick up a role in the Biafra struggle. Pick up a role. If you are financially blessed, follow the site. Just go to the site. You see the site there. Follow the site. From the site, you can make your donation. No matter how big, no matter how small, it will contain you. Go and make your donation on the site. Because what we are speaking today, money is the one that you're going to solve the problem. We're going to use money to buy ammunition, defend ourselves. We're going to use money to defend. I do so many things. There are similar things you can do with money. So we must have to prepare. Any means you know you can be able to do it, do it. Chukwu Okike will guide and bless you and prosper you. No weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. Thank you so much for watching, wherever you're watching from, and stay blessed. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.